Hey, all you metal mixers, it's your old pal Gen X, and guess who this is? You guessed it, my little furry face, Huggins. This video is going to be a little bit somber today because we're going to remember the memory of Ozzy Osbourne. And as you all are aware, he passed away yesterday at the age of 76 from Parkinson's. So in a minute, we'll get into it. But I would like to thank everybody, all my followers on TikTok, all my Facebookers, you know who you are. Same with TikTok, you know who you are. My YouTube subscribers and my Instagrammers, you know who you are. You all know who you are. I love you from the bottom of my heart. Keep those comments and suggestions going. Like this video and subscribe to my channel. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Ozzy Osbourne has been an influence of mine since I can remember. Now, my foray into Ozzy Osbourne is a little different. Me and my brother were latchkey kids in 1981. What does that mean, Jen? Well, I'm going to explain it to you. A latchkey kid is somebody that both parents worked at the time, during that time, and I would come home from elementary school. I had a key to the house. We'd fix ourselves something to eat. My brother was 2 years older than me, and he was like, Jen, you have got to see this movie. And I'm like, wow, okay, what is it? That movie was Heavy Metal. It's an animated film made during 1981. And on that soundtrack was Black Sabbath. But it wasn't Ozzy Osbourne, it was Ronnie James Dio. Long live the great Ronnie James Dio. And that song was from the album Mob Rules, which the song was Mob Rules. I was floored. I was fascinated. I was like, this is what I'm going to get into, right? Shortly after that, Ozzy bit the head off a bat. He pissed on the Alamo, and I'm like, I'm all in. But the main reason, too, that I loved Ozzy was because of this man, Randy Rhoads. He is the one that I picked up a guitar for the first time because he is such an influence of mine. And that's why I got back into the guitar, because of Randy Rhoads, one of the reasons. And if you don't know the story of Randy, Randy died in a tragic plane crash on March 19th, 1982, a couple of days before my 10th birthday. I picked up the guitar 2 years later because I was a little young at the time, but I still loved metal. I just didn't quite know what I was going to do with it yet. But anyways, enough about that. Blizzard of Oz, Diary of a Madman, the live album Speak No Evil, Bark at the Moon. Those records, and The Ultimate Sin with Jakey Lee. Now, I'm a big fan of Jakey Lee. We'll do a video on him in a later video. And Badlands. I love Badlands. But let's get back to Ozzy. Ozzy's been here from day one. Some of my favorite Ozzy songs are Dreamer. That's off a later record with Zakk Wylde. Bark at the Moon, Killer of Giants, Diary of a Madman, SATO, Over the Mountain, Mother Earth. There's so many. I don't know. I heard Crazy Train so many times, but I still love it. You all have your favorites. Let me know down in the comments section which is your favorite Ozzy song. I love Bark at the Moon, but Randy wasn't on it, but that doesn't have nothing to do with nothing. Randy died. And Speak of the Devil was Brad Gillis at the time. And did you know, if you guys don't know, Randy was part of Quiet Riot. One of my favorites, too. At that time, I was getting into Quiet Riot. But enough about that. I never got to see Ozzy perform. I've only seen him on video perform. I never got the chance, like many of you, got to see him either with Black Sabbath or on Ozfest or during his solo times. I've only seen Black Label Society with Zach. So that is my history with Ozzy Osbourne. I used to have posters on my wall, and my mom and dad would come out and say, man, he looks like the devil. They didn't get it. They're not from our generation. Generation X, Millennials, Generation Z, you all get it. Some of the baby boomers do too. But Ozzy was an icon, just like Ronnie James Dio is. We have our icons, and I always thought that Ozzy would live forever. But we don't. Our time is very short, like I said yesterday. And I thought Ozzy was going to beat this Parkinson's, but unfortunately he did not. I didn't know how bad it really got, and I saw the video yesterday of him at his final performance, and I was saddened to see him in that state. So he's at peace with God, or whoever you believe in, the Creator. He's up there jamming out with Randy, who was his best friend. He's up there with Ronnie James. He's up there with Cliff Burton. And everybody else that we loved and lost along the way. Ozzy's up there now at peace with God, or the Creator, whoever you believe in. And I totally understand that. I'm not pushing any religion, and I never do. And you never will get that from me. So in closing, let's remember Ozzy for who he truly was. He was the Prince of Darkness. He was the king of heavy metal. He was one of them. Yes, he was. And I'll always cherish the memories that I have of Ozzy. Ozzy will live on in our hearts. Ozzy will live on in our souls. And I wouldn't change it for the world. My 43 years of being into metal. And some people didn't believe. They thought it was a passing phase. Nope. It stuck with me, and it'll stick with me till the day I'm gone. So in closing, I just want to tell you, if you haven't heard any Ozzy, listen to some. Listen to some in his memory. See the movie Heavy Metal, even though Ozzy wasn't in it. But that was my foray into Ozzy, into Black Sabbath. So, in closing, what we going to say? Look good, smell good, and chains hanging. Until tomorrow's video, I love you all. All the best.